Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the MavLife Sports Report. I'm Connor Hines in for Keith the Mulder today alongside Nick Beach. We got a lot to get to for this past week in sports, but let's get right into it with boys varsity basketball, who won their past 4 games 55-36, 76-68, and 61-52 against Vista, San Isidro, El Camino, and Rancho Buena Vista, respectively. Against San Isidro, most of the Mavs varsity team was away at formal as the JV and freshman guys stepped up and took over. Against El Camino, LCC was down 1-12 in the first quarter and ended up coming back from a 12-point deficit in the third quarter and never really looked back. Tommy McCarthy was on fire from three-point range as he scored 7 three-pointers and led the Mavs in scoring. As well, Brady Twombly had a monster jam in the third as the Mavs improved their record to 18-6 on the season and 5-0 within the Avocado West. They played their last home game on Friday as the Mavs took on the Rancho Buena Vista Longhorns and absolutely demolished the struggling RBV team 87-46. They're now 19-6 overall with an undefeated 6-0 record in league. They play Vista on Tuesday at 7 p.m. in their second to last game of the year on the road. And Nick, it's been fun, but how about boys varsity soccer?
Yeah, boys varsity soccer defeated El Camino 5-2 on Tuesday, improving their record to 11-5-4. With a 5-1-1 record at home. They played RBV on Thursday in the final home game of the season and won 1-0. The varsity team will play Bella Vista, and Carlsbad High Schools to wrap up their regular seasons.
Yeah, and while the boys varsity basketball team was taking care of business, the girls squad went 1-1 in their past 2 games. Against a very strong Bishops team, the Mavs lost 82-69. Sophomore Destiny Littleton for Bishops scored 49 points on 50% shooting from the floor. She went 17 of 30 from three-point range. Look out for Bishops to be a huge opponent for the girls moving forward into the CIF postseason. After losing their first game since January 17th, the Mavs bounced back and flat-out embarrassed the El Camino Wildcats 82-14 as Taylor Pierce scored 34 of LCC's points as she went 6 for 11 from 3 with a 57% overall shooting percentage. Rachel Dumiak and Jessica Curtis scored 13 and 12 in the blowout. In their final home game of the season, LCC continued its dominance with an 83-37 win over RBV. Taylor Pierce had 26, Rachel Dumiak had 20, as the varsity team shot 53%. Taylor Pierce had 6 three-pointers and is a confirmed participant in this year's NCAA National Basketball Championship three-point contest. We'll definitely have more coming up. Follow at MavLife Sports on Twitter for all the latest news as far as Taylor's shooting goes in the three-point contest. The 20-5 girls varsity Mavs, they'll play Vista and Carlsbad on Tuesday and Friday to end their season.
As for girls soccer, the Mavs defeated El Camino 1-0 on Tuesday and then lost 6-1 against RBV on Thursday. Their final games are against Vista and Carlsbad before ending the regular season.
Yeah, Nick, and they've had a really stellar season. Going to be interesting to see how they perform here in the CIF postseason for girls varsity soccer.
Yep.
But coming into girls varsity water polo now, the team saw mixed results over the past 4 games, going 4-2. They were defeated by Granite Hills 10-7 and University City 10-5, but then rebounded with huge wins against Claremont 8-4, and then a huge win against Canyon Crest Academy 18-0. Their final 2 games of the season came out as wins versus RBV 6-5 and San Marcos 9-3. The varsity squad ended their regular season with a 13-13 record and will take on number 9 seeded Bonita Vista in the Division II championship bracket. That game is set for Tuesday night here. at the Encinitas YMCA actually at 8 p.m. So best of luck to our girls varsity water polo team. As always, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on the MavLife Sports Report. For MavLife Sports, I'm Connor Hines.
And I'm Nick Beach.
Thanks.